Could you be sabotaging your baby tummy time without knowing? I know there are so many common mistakes that people do during their baby's tummy time, and today I'll walk you through the common mistakes and then how we can fix those mistakes for you to enjoy your little one when they're having the tummy time. My name is Margaret Chiroge, an early childhood trainer and coach, and I've practiced and also I have witnessed. So today I want us to dive in exactly what are those very common mistakes. The first common mistake is waiting for too long. Yes, when should you start tummy time? The answer will surprise you. You should start tummy time immediately you bring home your baby from the hospital. I know you're already telling me that of course they have their very stomp on. Yes, you should start, and of course later I'll explain exactly how you can be able to do this and achieve this still day one when you bring your baby home. Why do we have to start immediately? Because of course when we wait for so long, the exercise will become unfamiliar, the baby will become so uncomfortable, outright resent the whole thing. The reason why we start immediately is to make sure that at least it is weaved into the rhythm and the routine where the baby gets used to. Just like the way the baby gets used to feeding times, diaper times, of course bathing times, this routine and the rhythm will be weaved into whatever the baby knows. And therefore, when you do it every day, the baby will have always known this. And just before we continue, I want to outline how incredibly important tummy time is. It is so important because it is a lifelong skill that the babies use to learn how to roll, how to crawl, how to stand, how to walk. It is so important that we start early. The earlier we start, the better it will be for the baby. The second mistake I've witnessed is having the baby experience very long tummy times. When you do the tummy time, and especially when they're little, it is so hard for them to lift up that heavy head for a long time. It is important you know that the head is always heavier than the rest of the body. They're using their little cute muscles to lift up that heavy head. And of course, you want the child to be able to push themselves up so that they can line up with the spine, and of course to develop those good muscles. But sometimes as soon as you press the baby on tummy time, the baby starts crying. They are not crying because they don't like the tummy time. They are crying because it is heavy. So do not give up, and please don't say that the baby does not like tummy time. So how can you solve that problem? You can break down the tummy time into little chunks. For a newborn, 30 seconds is more than enough, and then you start increasing time as they become more tolerant, because again they're pushing their little muscles to be able to lift up their heavy head. It is important to break down those tummy time during the day so that at least the baby does not have to do a whole minute at one sitting. They can do 20 seconds here, 20 seconds there, until they become used and they become tolerant to be able to do that. The other common mistake is the timing. Timing matters. Many times you say because the tummy time is 10 o'clock, we have to do 10 o'clock. No, the baby does not work that way. Just like the way you don't want to go for a workout when you're hungry, tired, exhausted, you just want to take a break. So are the babies. The baby does not want to do the tummy time when they are hungry or when they are tired or when they are fussy, when they are so gassy. They just want those needs first met. So timing is key here. When you see those windows of when the baby does not need the feeding, does not need the diaper change, it is time to sleep in those 30 seconds to 1 minute if they're newborn, of course, of the tummy time. That way it will be easier for them to experience tummy time without per se resenting the idea of the tummy time. The other common mistake is using a very soft surface. Definitely, we want the baby to be comfortable when they are doing tummy time. But unfortunately, those layering of the blankets that we make or the soft mats that we find work against the baby, because they have to push up against the softness and their little body sinks in. It becomes incredibly difficult for them to pull their head up because they are working against the slippery blankets which are not stable, and they have first of all to stabilize before they could even lift up their heads. The best thing to do is to look for those flat mats or the baby gym mats. They are really good for the babies. The other common mistake, and this is the one huge mistake, it is mistaken that the tummy time can only be done on the floor, and that is not true. There are so many different ways you can do tummy time that can make it way much easier, and you yourself can be able to enjoy your baby's tummy time without really negotiating with the baby on when it is that you're supposed to do that. And that is what actually I want us now to talk about, so that you can make it easier for you to enjoy your babies when they're having the tummy time. One of the most treasured, and I know you already do it without you knowing, is the chest-to-chest tummy time. This is where the parent lean down at an angle and you let your baby lay on your chest, so that at least you're holding their bottom and you're holding their shoulders, so that at least they are laying flat on their tummy on your chest. Definitely it is so comforting for the baby, because the rhythm of your body, and especially mom, kind of mimics how they were in the womb. And of course it is comforting. It is one of the favorite leaders to watch. When they lift up their head, they see you with their smiling face cheering them on. It is one of the best, and I know this one you are doing without you knowing. Just be intentional when you are doing that, and especially when the stump is still there. The other one, which is way much easier, the football hold. This is where you place the baby's tummy right on your arm, you hold their bottom, and you let the head rest so safely on your elbow. You also then anchor your elbow in a way that the child does not have to work so hard to lift up their heavy head. This makes it way much easier. In fact, you can do it as many times. The baby is not pushing against any pressure. Therefore, it becomes way much easier for the baby to exercise and to have their tummy time easily, and especially when they're newborn. Now, when they grow a little older and you have to do that one, make sure that you're rolling your elbow so that at least they are flat, so that you can make it a little challenging for the baby as they grow. The other one is putting the baby on your lap. Sit comfortably, and then I put them on lap and lift one leg up so that I create an angle. And of course you're holding onto their bottom so that at least the baby's head is laying on your arm. That makes it easier. As the baby continues to grow, definitely lower your foot so that at least it is more challenging for the baby to pull up. The other one is when you do it on the floor. You can just roll the towel and put it on around the baby's chest, so that the baby don't have to push so hard. You're making it easier for the baby to enjoy and to have fun, and at least to extend a little bit more time when they are doing that. The last one, I have never practiced this one, disclaimer, but I have seen other people do it. It is the use of the exercise ball. You lay the baby's tummy on the ball, you hold on to their shoulders, and of course to their bottom, and you roll them back and forth. Of course, it is also like the chest one, because definitely when they lift up their cute head, what they see is you smiling and cheering them on. I want you to know that this is so important, and of course increase the challenge as they grow. Let me know what you think, let me know what has worked for you, and remember to subscribe. See you in the next video.